Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing an exercise that I saw another one of my favorite YouTubers do that she just did just to kind of wrap up and reflect on 2017. And what that is she listed 5 habits from 2017 that she will not be bringing into 2018, so that means that they were bad habits, and then also 5 habits that were good from 2017 that she would like to continue in 2018. And I thought that that was a pretty good way and a healthy way to kind of like reassess how last year went. I tend to think that I like to recap the year before and try to make improvements. But this is the first time that I've actually really written something down, I think. Well, maybe it's just a different way that I'm doing it, and so it feels kind of new. But I really like the approach to how she reflected on 2017 with these habits, like identifying what wasn't so great or wasn't so good. So you kind of like want to not do that and not repeat those things in 2018, and then also noticing and maybe even realizing like, hey, I actually did do some good stuff in 2017 that could help me continue to be successful in 2018. So I don't want this video to get too long because I'm actually doing both the 5 bad habits and the 5 good habits in one video. She did 2 separate videos, and you know, sometimes we like to get a little chit chatty on here. But anyway, if you want to know what my 5 bad habits from 2017 were and what my 5 good habits from 2017 were, and how I'm going to either not do those things or do those things in 2018, just keep on watching. So, number 1, we're starting with the bad habits. And just a disclaimer, some of these are a bit personal. I tried not to get too deep into this, but you know what? I am going to be real and, you know, share the good, bad, and the ugly with you all. So, number 1 for bad habits that I am not going to repeat in 2018. My number, and this isn't really in any order of worst to not, I don't know, you know what I mean? There's no hierarchy here, no order, just 1 through 5. So, number 1 is my sleep pattern and sticking to a bedtime and a wake up time. Really, my wake up time is the most important because I have to get my day started at a certain time to just make sure I can get through and do everything that I have to do in the day. And in order for me to wake up super early, like the way I need to, I have to go to bed at a certain time. And sometimes it's very hard for me because I am a night owl. I'm like a mixture of a morning person and a night person. I could stay up all night and work really early in the morning as long as I could like go to sleep midday, like for a nap or something. But that's just not how my life is right now. I do have a full-time job that I work, so you know, I have to have a bedtime so I can get up early and do what I need to do. So breaking my bad sleeping habits is number 1. Number 2 is procrastination. And it's probably been a habit that I've been carrying over year after year after year. But this year I really want to make a point to have like a just do it attitude. Like just do it, just get it done. What are you waiting for? I think that's all I need to say right there. Number 3 is touching my face. So I may do a separate video on this. Let me know in the comments. But I actually have some hair goals and some skin goals this year. I've never really done that where I've like specifically had goals for like skincare and like hair care and stuff like that. So one thing is not touching my face anymore, not picking at blemishes and things like that. So I, you know, could do a whole video on like all my skincare and what I'm doing and how I am breaking that habit of not touching my face anymore. Not touching. So the last 2 I feel like are a little bit more personal to me, and number 4 is quality time with God. And I just felt like it lacked in some areas last year, so I just want to be more intentional with my time with God and not let it be so sporadic. Sometimes I have my seasons where I get into a routine and then it just feels a little bit more like a routine, a little bit religious. So I just kind of like, change things up a bit. But right now I kind of feel like I want a little bit more structure in that area of my life. So I don't know if you guys have any suggestions for like just that situation, or if you've been doing a devotional that you feel like is really helpful. I actually don't want to do something with my app. Like I would love to like have an actual book. I don't know, kind of straying away from apps right now. So that is something I would love to like maybe go get a book, from bookstore from that I can like work in or something like that. Like I think that would be great. And number 5 has to do with people and has to do with relationships. And while I am in a very healthy romantic relationship right now, I have a boyfriend, he's amazing. I would tell myself if I was still, single, like dating and things like that, like don't stick around people who like you don't see a future with. Like after, a couple or maybe even a few dates, if like you don't see yourself with that person, just like let it go. It's not, and I understand like the whole, you're having fun, you're enjoying someone's time or company, but really like it does become a distraction after a while, and you really are just like wasting your time. And I know it like sucks to say that because it's like you want to like, shouldn't you like enjoy your time with someone or whatever, but it's just after it's over, you're kind of like, why did I waste that time with that person? Like even though they're great and you're great and blah blah blah, like at the end of the day, like they really serve no purpose like in the long term. So as soon as you kind of realize that, like kind of like in some sort of healthy, peaceful way, let that situation go if you can, because just don't want to waste time, And one of the excuses I would give myself all the time was like that I was in control of the situation. Like, okay, I have all of my stuff together, like outside of this situation, like I'm doing well with work, with fitness, whatever. Like I'm doing great in all these other areas. So this is kind of like me maybe going on a date or every now and then with someone is just kind of like fun and like a break from all the work and things that I do. But and you feel like you have control of the situation, but just because you have control of a situation doesn't mean you need to be a part of that situation. And that's something I wrote down.
Just because you have control of a situation doesn't mean you need to be a part of that situation.
And it's like, my analogy for that is like you have control over like what you watch on television. Like you have a remote, you can flick from channel to channel, but really like, is that what you really need to be doing? Do you really need to be controlling that situation? Do you really need to be a part of that situation at all? So it's kind of a stinger because you may not want to like hear that kind of advice. I'm pretty sure maybe then I wouldn't have wanted to take it, maybe wouldn't have not have taken my own advice and I'm giving and sharing with you all right now. But I mean, it's the truth. At least it's my truth, and I'm happy that I have let situations like that go. So those are my 5 bad habits: breaking my sleeping pattern, doing better with that, procrastination, touching my face, spending quality time with God, and people. Just if they ain't serving you, like, and by serving you I mean like serving your purpose and part of, let it go. So moving to my 5 good habits from 2017. Let's end this video on a lighter note. Number 1 was fitness. So even though I fell off the wagon like towards later in the end of the year, I like really crushed it in the first, like maybe quarter, maybe 2/3 of the year, just about. Like really did well with that, and just something I want to continue. Like it's a habit now. No matter if I gain a little weight or whatever, it doesn't matter. It's like it's always something. It's definitely a lifestyle for me now. Like I'm always gonna jump back in, do what I gotta do to get back in shape or whatever I gotta do. So fitness and meal prep, number 1 habit that I am bringing into 2018. Number 2 is planning but doing. So creating like action plans. Like it's not just writing things down and just kind of like, I think I'm gonna do this. It's like really the what I'm planning is like a action item. Like it's not just an idea or something. It's like, okay, so how am I gonna execute that? Like that's was a really big thing that I actually didn't really get the hang of until like the end of the year, but I was just like, in 2018 I am driving this home, and that is creating action plans and executing what I plan to do. Number 3 is going to the salon, and this is something that I started doing on my birthday last year, and I'm happy that I have a great stylist now and someone that I can see once a month or something like that. It just wasn't like, it was just something I wanted to just save money on, and I just realized like, hey, I do have a budget for that, and thankfully that I do have that budget. I'm gonna use it because it's just been helpful to at least see a hairstylist once a month or every other month, something like that, just to get my ends trimmed or maintenance and things like that. So yeah, I have healthy hair goals this year, so going to a salon has been helpful, and I will continue that in 2018. Number 4 is something that I felt was just so proud of myself last year, and that is letting go. And if I've ever had to let go of something, I never became bitter about it. Maybe I need to have like a pity party for a second, but then I pick myself right back up and move on. Like really learning from situations like that. Like if I had to let something go or something didn't work out, and I'm just kind of like, okay, what do I need to learn from that? Like that was like my biggest thing, and that kind of like, in terms of kind of going back with quality time with God, was like really how I spent my time with God. Was like, God, what was I supposed to learn from that? Like it was a lot of like lessons learned in 2017. So letting go, learning, and moving on was number 4. And lastly, number 5 is practicing gratitude. I have this, what I keep looking down at is my Day Designer planner for Blue Sky. I got this at Target. I used the same planner last year. There's a lot of improvements on this planner. Maybe check out my Insta stories. I may show some, like the inside of it and everything. But I really liked that planner last year, and it had one of the reasons why I really liked it is because it had the section to kind of like write each week what you were thankful for that happened in that week, and I really liked it. And I kind of want to like take that up a notch and do that like every day, like the end of each day, maybe 18, because it's 2018, 18 things that I'm thankful for that happened today. And that just to me is just kind of like to not I talked about in the Instagram status, like even the little things, like celebrate those little things, those little victories like that happen in your life every day. And I just think they'll show you like how much you are improving little by little, and you won't forget or miss. Like if nothing really big is happening, you won't get discouraged. You'll be like, oh, well, that little thing happened today, and that was actually a good thing, and let me celebrate, let me thank God for that. So that's something that I want to do like every day, is like have a little moment where I just take some time and I just say things that I am thankful for and say them out loud, or then write them down. And I like looking back at some of my like old planners and seeing what I wrote in them, and I don't know, I'm one of those weird people. I do like looking at that kind of stuff. But anyway, I hope this video was maybe a little bit interesting. Maybe it helps you learn a little bit more about me. And yeah, if you want to list your 5 bad habits and 5 good habits in the comment section, I would love to read them. If you have any questions about anything that I said in this video, I will answer that in the comments. I'm pretty much an open book. So yeah, just let me know if you have any questions or comments. And again, if you want to share your 5 good or bad habits, I would love to read them. I think that's it. Just want to say, I don't think I officially said Happy New Year to you all, but Happy New Year. I hope you guys have a blessed and prosperous year. Love you guys. Thank you so much for supporting me and things that I do. Give this video a thumbs up if you really liked it, if it was helpful, if it was entertaining. And yeah, please subscribe if you want to see. Please subscribe. I think I said that right. Please subscribe if you want to see, you know, my next video and videos that I put out for the rest of the year. If you really love me, hit the notification bell. It's like a little bell, and you will be the first to know when my videos get uploaded, and you can be like the first to comment. Notification Squad #. So yes, I think that's it. Love you guys. Talk to you guys later.